Hi guys, it's me Karen, and I've come to do a plan with me in my Dokibook, and it is going to be for the upcoming week. This was last week's, and I got a new stamp that I absolutely love, so I'll be using that one in the new setup. So I'm going to go ahead and get out some of these, take these two out, and then I'm going to show you all the stamping and what I'm going to do with it this time. The color pattern is going to be in kind of browns this time. I'll put this away. So this is the layout here. And we'll get this a little closer for you so you can see what I'm doing here. Sorry. Okay, so this is the paper that I'm going to be using here, and they're just the plain ones that I printed out, undated, and just the squares. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these inks here, so they're all distressed inks. One in Victorian Velvet, Antique Linen, Gathered Twigs, Vintage Photo, and I have two of these because one is a little has more ink in it than the other one. Not sure which one, but I took them both out. And then I have some walnut stain here. I also have some aged mahogany, but I probably won't be using this because I think it might be a little too dark. So we're going to stay with the brown tones and the one kind of a brownish pink. What I'm going to do is ink around all the edges first, ink into the page, and I'm also going to mask off some of these boxes and ink those also. So I will be fast forwarding it through this. I'm going to be using, these are Tim Holtz sponge, I think they're called sponge daubers, but I'm not quite sure. And I have one in a rectangle. I also have one in circle. I also have a little sponge in case I want to use that. You get these all at Michael's or Joann's. The sponges are round circles that I just cut into quarters, and then you can dip these in the ink and spread them around also. And they kind of do the same as the tool here. It's just a little different, so you have to kind of get used to that. So I'll go ahead and I'll start on one page, and then I'll do the other page, and I'm going to fast forward it through here so you do not have to spend hours watching me do this part. Okay. Okay, so we're going to use the antique linen, and we're going to use the distress tool is what this is called. Start inking offside on the Tim Holtz craft mat, and then bring the ink into the pages. And we'll just do a light touch all the way around in the lightest color first. And I just kind of gently rub it into the paper. And I'll go around the outer edges of both the first page and the second page with this first. And then we will go ahead and use the second color to darken up the edges. I also bring this in to the page itself, so there isn't a big stark white center of the paper, though if you notice it's a nice kind of vintage looking piece of paper now. So I'll go ahead and do the same thing to this side on this paper over here and bring the ink in also. Some places will get darker than others. There's really no science to doing this, it's just rubbing the ink on the paper, and if it gets a little darker in some areas, that's fine. It adds to the character of the paper when it's finished. So I'll just bring in a little extra here. And that's what they look like now. I like putting the two pieces of paper together so you can kind of make it look like one sheet. So now we'll go ahead and use the Gathered Twigs, which is a medium of the browns here. And we'll just go around on this, darken up the corners and some areas of the paper. I'll let you listen to some music now. Okay, here is where I'm going to mask off some boxes, and I'm just using regular sticky notes. This has a office supply size index card. Doesn't matter what you use, as long as it has a sticky side to it here. And I'm just going to go around the edges of the boxes and lay it down on all four sides. Make sure it's stuck down pretty good because I will be using the distress tool with a little bit of ink on it and just rubbing it. I like using this technique because I don't need to use a sticker, and it gives the illusion of a background that is darker. Kind of shows the box off a little more. So on my important little parts of my week, kind of stands out a little bit more. So I'm going to do 2 more of these boxes on the second page, and I'll let you watch that. Back to some music. Okay, what I'm going to do now is use this set of stamps, and it is called the Peony Bouquet, and I'm going to use this one, and probably this one here, this little piece here, which is kind of like a bud, and the matching piece that goes inside of it. These are layering stamps, so this would be the background color if you were going to stamp these on a card. So if you stamp this out as a solid, and then you would put the outline and then the shading inside of it. It also has a set of leaves, and I'll be using the little leaf down here. And they have some berries and stuff I might be adding on it too. I'm going to be putting these on the outside areas of the pages. I will be doing those in the walnut stain because it's darker than the areas that are here. And then the shading is going to be done in the Victorian Velvet. So I will fast forward through this portion and show you how I do this. Okay, so I'm just going to take the outline stamp for this set and place it on a block and I'm going to use the walnut stain, the darkest one, and I'm going to stamp this kind of around the outer edges. Right now I'm going to stamp this one in the center of the 2 pages, and that'll be the full flower. And then I will take 1 page and add about 3 of these large flowers, 2 in the bottom corner, and then kind of offset it at the top, so I'm not going to cover up the dates. And I'll do the same on the other page. I'm sorry, I'm off camera. It's kind of hard to remember where to put the paper when you're creating something. So the weekend is on this side, so I can cover up a little bit more. My weekends are not quite as busy as some people's weekends are. So now I'm going to take the littler stamp, the little bud here, and that's the outline stamp to that. And I'm going to put those down in areas where I think it'll look kind of a fill-in. And I'll put that on both pages also, and just go around. When I'm done putting in the little buds here, I will also be using the leaf that I showed earlier, and I will add those in where they need to fill in some extra space. And I'll let you listen to some music while I finish this up. Okay, now that I've had it all stamped, I'm going to use the Victorian Velvet here to use the shading for the little buds. Now the shading is just kind of a funny shaped stamp. I'm going to try to do this and probably only do like 1 on the camera. They're kind of hard to line up, and they're really hard for me to see, so I am going to go ahead and stamp these off camera, and hopefully I can stamp the bigger flowers on camera so you can see. And the ink will lighten up a little bit, and I'm also going to use some pencil in here. So the rest of the flowers are going to have their centers done also. To do them though in the vintage photo. Not quite as dark as this and not as dark as the lines. So we will see how this goes. I will try to do one on camera, but it's really hard because I have to get up really close and it doesn't help that I can't see anything. I'll do this one. Hopefully I have that lined up. And that's how they look. So these are going to be the brown ones, and these are going to have some pink in them. So I will go ahead and try to do another one of these. I probably have to do a full one, so stamp this. Whoop. Go this way. Stamp this one here. So I'll try to get that one, and then I'll stamp the rest of them off camera. And there we go. Okay. Okay, here they are. And I don't know if I can get up higher on here. There we go. So this is what it looks like. I went ahead and darkened these guys with the stamp, and I missed this little guy here, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little, and it's the vintage photo on him. And you'll probably see my head because I have to get down in here. So I have to see where I'm darkening it, so it just darkens them up a little bit more. So they're a little more cohesive, but you can see the pink coming through, which is going to add to the picture. And now what I'm going to do is stamp my cute little decorative stamps. And I said they came from this set here. Aren't these just adorable? Okay, the title of these are Sticky Notes. And they're little cactus bunnies, kitties, and bears. And then they come with these adorable little faces. And you can accessorize them with like little flowers in their hair, like this one here has. This one has little stripes for the kitty's head that you can put on here. There's a little note. These fit perfectly inside these squares, by the way. So this one looks like a little paper, and it's got the kitty on here. And this is the bear, and it looks like a ring-bound happy planner, which you could probably type in there if you wanted to. The words, I'm stuck on you, let's stick together. Little guys, okay, I love these. Cactus makes perfect. Those cutest sticky notes ever. It's what I put on one of my pages before. So they got little flowers, little leaves, and just the cutest little faces. Now, if you get any of the other sets, these are little kitties, bears too. She does have sets that have different faces on them, so you can use interchangeable with the big guys here. Put their faces in. So I'm going to use this little guy here and this little guy here, and I'm going to put them in the squares. I highlighted specific squares because I have things going on those days, and I just love these little guys. Pink and cute. I just love them. Okay, so put them on a block. I'm going to do them in the same dark ink that I did the outline of the flowers in. So that's the walnut distress ink. And I will put him right in here. Cute, 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 cute. Adorable. Okay, and then the other one with the lined paper is gonna go in this one here. Cute, 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 cute. And then I need to put a little something up in this one. And what I think I will do, since I have a kitty and a bunny rabbit, I think I'll go with the little bear here. The little one. Oh, no, I think I'll go with the big one, and then I'll put a face in him. Okay, I want a smaller block, though. It's my small block. Okay. Stick you there. And we get that inked up. And we'll stick him right about here. Okay, and then we need a face. And this is the little bear's snout and his eyes. But I like this little guy over here, so we're going to give my bear a little attitude. Let's see, down towards here. Kind of looking off to the side. That is too adorable. This is going to be one of my favorite sets. Okay, and then I will go ahead and get out my other set I have. And I'm going to, can't grab into anything, put in my dates out of this set. And then I did get the other new set, which has got, what is this called? I'm trying to remember. This is the cleaning one. Please stamp. Spring cleaning. Okay, so we have the cutest little thing. So it says tidy, fold, sort, clean out, and then Konami. You have a little squeegee, like a little dusting cloth, folding of laundry, hanging up. So it's hang dry laundry, wax, squeegee. Bathrooms. I loved this little tub. Isn't that cute? Dusting. And then we have our donate bag, which I use a lot, so that'll be fun for me. Polishing your sink, spraying, shining, spray your windows, ironing. I don't do that. Washing for dishes, drying. This is a cute little dishwasher. So load your dishwasher, vacuum. I've been wanting one of these forever that says vacuum. This is the washing machine. It says laundry today or naked tomorrow. That's hilarious. Got a nice mop. The dry clean only with a little dress, which is it's cute. You can use that for many other things. We got a broom that's sweeping, taking out the garbage. You also have a recycle garbage down here, which is good. Spring cleaning. Always use that during the springtime. Clean the throne room, which you have your little toilet here. You have your bed, which I will probably be using for when I do my sheets. So I'll put that up there. Turnover mattress. We don't do that here because, well, our mattress, they don't turn over. Okay, so then we have reuse. It's a little dustpan. Renew, we got your laundry soap. We got repair, that's your little plunger. Rewash, we got a little spongy, and rejuvenate, and we have a little soap with bubbles. So you can use these for washing your car, even if you didn't want to use the little toilet up here, or you can use that with the toilet. That would be really cute. And your little soap you could use up here with your machine or with your folding. Just endless possibilities with this. So I'll be using a few of those stamps in here after I get the date stamps put down. So I will fast forward doing these so you don't. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp the dates and the days of the week here in the walnut stain to make it as dark as the outline of the flowers. And I'll just show you the first three on this side. They're all stamped the same way, so you don't need to see the whole process. But this way you can see how they stamp so nicely and fit great in the little boxes up here on the top. I will leave a link down below naming the sets I've been using and also the shop where you can get these at. It's an Etsy shop. I'll just put the links down in the description box. Okay, here's all the dates down, and I'm going to color in the little pots, and I'm going to use, this is gonna focus on that, the sienna brown in my Prismacolor pencils, and it's just about the same color as what you're seeing over here on the sides. So I'm just going to color portions of the pot in and then leave portions of it uncolored, so you'll see the coloring through the color of the ink that's in there already. Just lightly giving it some kind of depth to it on the sides. Just like that, so it kind of just makes it look like it's rounded. So I'll do that on all the little pots. I'm also going to do some coloring on the top of the pages. They fall behind. And then I'll color in this portion. And then the little pot. And just a little bit of the corners here. Then I will get a different color here. And this one here. So this is going to be kind of an orange. I'll put focus. New out. Okay, Jaune orange. And this is a Scholar pencil. So the other one I used was a wax base. This is not waxy. It's more of just a pencil. And then I'm going to add that in as a contrasting color. And then I'm going to add some up here. make it look like a sticky note. A little down here in the corners. Now the little bunny needs some pink cheeks, so I'm going to give it, gotta find pink, your pink, well, your neon pink, that'll work. So little bunny gets little pink cheeks. Get my head down here so I can see what I'm doing. So give her little pink cheeks, and then we use it's a white pencil, and we're just going to blur them in a little. Give her a little tummy, color those in a little bit better, and then just blur these in, these lines. So on top of that, we're going to use a little gel pen. It's a glazed pen, and I'm going to dot her eyes and have them pop out a little bit. And I always like to use a scratch piece of paper to make sure the pen is working right. So her little eyes pop out just a bit more. Okay, the only other coloring I have to do is this guy's little pot here. And usually on a school paper, as I recall, there's a little blue line that goes across the top. So I'm going to just put a little blue in there to represent that blue line. I think that's cool so far. Got some stuff on there. I will be adding eyes for these two little guys here too, and then I will be adding the planting stamps in here also. You will see pictures at the end of it all together in the planner. Thanks guys for watching. Take care.